About time. I'm in some deep shit here.
So you're not at your destination yet?
I'm stuck. We're stuck. There's a freaking lava river blocking our way.
Do you think you can cross it?
I don't know. Still working on it. Anyway, you can help me?
I can try. I have a limited view of the surface of your planet, but there is one thing you could do.
What's that?
You have a lot of very useful tech on board that base. It's designed to overcome practically any obstacle. All you need is a properly trained crew, if you know what I mean.
More altars. Is that all you have for me?
You still don't get it, do you? That's a lot. If it helps, I have some news for you. Good news and, well, just news.
What's the bad news?
You didn't listen. There's no bad news. First of all, I've been informed that a rescue party is being organized.
Organized? You mean they're not on their way yet? What the hell are you waiting for?
Mr. Dosky, please, calm down. No matter how long the procession, it will always end up in church.
What?
Just the thing my grandma used to say when I was a kid and tired of doing my homework.
Except this is not about your homework.
Sure. But you gotta understand, your mission got dispatched pretty far away. We still haven't mastered teleport.
I thought you were responsible for the navigation system. Isn't it your job to make sure we're safe wherever it sends us?
Well, that's what I'm doing right now, isn't it? Making sure you're safe. Step by step, we'll get your procession safely to church.
How long do you think it'll take them to get organized?
All I can say is, they know it's an emergency.
Wow. That long?
Don't shoot the messenger, man. I'm really trying to help.
So, what's the other news?
Well, I know you have a lot on your plate right now, but there's a request from my boss directly. Before we get you out of there, we want you to retrieve as much rupidium as possible.
Huh. Figures. They don't want to lose their chance. Probably worthless to your higher-ups without rupidium anyway.
It's sure gonna give your rescue mission wings, if that's your kind of incentive.
Of course.
My boss will want to speak to you shortly. And you'll see how important it is. He's not some kind of empty three-piece suit if that's what you're afraid of. I probably shouldn't be telling you this, but it was his idea to, you know, let you in on the branching procedure. By the way, is your altar doing any better?
Yeah. We're getting along pretty well now. Thanks.
That's very good to hear.
Is this about you wanting to talk to him again?
No. No, none of that. My boss put it out of my mind. That's not to mess things up even more.
So, you admit it's a mess.
What? No, we just... You know what? I'm not commenting on that. Talk to my boss about it.
Tell me more about this boss of yours. Mention him a lot.
He's the head of mining operations. Great mind, very open. You'll see. He doesn't normally do this, you know. Talk to people on space missions in person.
Oh, I feel so blessed.
You should. He saved your life, in a way.
What's gonna happen to my altars back on Earth?
I don't know. I'm sure my boss will think of something. He always knows what to do.
You either really trust him or you're very good at not saying anything.
Maybe both. I'm not a natural talker.
Ever tried working on it? You know, with a professional?
Not really. But my sister wanted to be a therapist and she practiced on me when I was 5.
Oh? And how did that go?
She turned to breeding hamsters. I hope you're not laughing.
Your family seems interesting. Got any more stories about them?
It's a big family. Brothers, sisters, cousins, uncles. Yours?
I was the only child.
Wow. Can't imagine how that feels. Anyway, no time to talk about families now, right?
Okay. I better get back to work then.
Yes. Just remember about the Rapidian, Mr. Dulski. And wait for contact from my boss.
Rid of you. Hey, I found this. I brought it on this mission, but thought that maybe it could mean something to you too. Lava lamp? You kept it? Sure. It's one of a few cool keepsakes from our childhood. Yeah. Mom and I like to sit by it in the evening, talking and joking. It reminds me of that period when life was challenging, but also really fucking great. Whoa. You look tired, man. Everything okay? I don't know. Maybe it's got something to do with sleeping on the floor? Oh, I hadn't thought of that. Of course not. You have your cozy captain's bed. All right. No need to be so dramatic about it. I'll get you a proper dorm. Sounds like a promise. Rocks look like they might be passable. If only I had a tool to drill through them.
why we stopped. A lava river. Plan B then, I guess. We'll need to figure out if there's a way around. Wonder how many more surprises this planet has in store.
Hey man, we're running out of storage space. What's up? Hey, I built that dormitory you asked for. Hallelujah. I hope you sleep well tonight. I'll sleep like a full-fledged member of an advanced civilization. Sweet dreams, then. What's up? Hey, man. You alright? Alright? Hell no. Feel like I'm fucking dying. Oh, shit. That's it then. I'm dead already. Relax. It's okay to be confused. Don't need to tell me that. You're on strong sedatives. This is one strange dream. Why don't we give you a mental checkup first, okay? Yeah. That's what they always say before they break the bad news to you. Shoot. What's your name? My name is Jan Dolsky, but I'm seeing fucking double. You should worry about that. We'll get there. Just fill me in on your role on this mission. Well, I used to be a miner, but then I lost my hand in an accident. Hey, wait a minute. What the fuck is this? My fucking arm. It's there again. Okay, I'm done with your little survey. Tell me what's going on. What have you done to my body? I fixed it for you. Who the hell are you? I'm Jan Dolsky. I got stranded on a desolate planet where I found rupidium, so I used it to make you my copy. What the fuck did you drug me with, man? Oh, this is insane. What a trip. It's not a trip. It's reality. Your new reality. Oh, yeah? Well, in that case, Mr. Dolsky, would you be kind enough to tell me why your body's so damn intact? Because if you really are who you claim to be, both of us should be short an arm. That's smart. We're not exact copies. We only share the same DNA. Our minds and memories are different. Okay. I knew it was a fucking mistake the moment I signed up for this goddamn mission. Oh, man. You want to know what's most cruel about what you did? Bringing you to life against your will? Keeping all that shit I went through in my head. Now that, my brother, is cruelty. Look, you obviously had a complicated life, so why don't we try to look ahead now? To what? to whatever this journey brings for us.
Oh, no, thanks, man. I've had my share of surprises.
In that case, why don't you just kick back and take some time to get used to your new self? Go through the mission logs. They should clear a lot of things up for you.
Okay.
Never thought I'd be so glad to see a sheep.
I'm also Jan, obviously. This will never not be weird. Anyway, make yourself at home.
Hey man, can you hear me? Where am I? What is this? Take it easy. You're on strong sedatives. What the hell? I know. You're confused. That's perfectly fine. Really? So, who are you? Relax. I'll tell you everything. But right now, we need to focus on you, just to make sure you're all right. Can you answer a few questions for me? Okay. Do you remember who you are?
I'm Jan Dolsky.
Good. And what is your role on this mission, Jan?
I'm a botanist. So, wait, this is it? The mission? Did we land?
Yes. Don't worry. We're safe.
But, so, where's the captain?
I'm the captain in this base.
But I don't get it. Why do you look like me? Are you real?
Just as real as you.
Then, what's going on?
It's like we're alternative versions of the same person.
Wow, but why is this happening?
Okay. There was a bad accident during the landing. No one else survived. Long story short, I needed to multiply myself to survive.
That doesn't make any sense. We're not exactly the same.
Yes, we're different. You made different decisions in your life.
I'm not sure I understand.
You know what? I think you should just rest a little and read the mission logs. You'll find all the answers there.
Sure. Yeah, mission logs. Why not? Hey, wait. If all this is... If I mean... What about my wife? Where is she? I need to know.
She's on Earth, and we need to figure out how to get there.
Okay. Okay. What do you want from me?
We'll need all the help we can get. Someone to run the greenhouse, prep the food, so on. Trust me, you'll have a lot to do.
I'm not sure I'm ready to work just like that.
Right. Like I said, rest, go through the logs, meet the rest of the crew, and let's talk again in a while.
Yeah.
I'll see you around. Hi there. You doing alright? I don't know. Alright, I guess, but still trying to find sense in this plot twist. You're dealing with it really well. Great job. Huh. Long time since I heard those two words put together. But yeah, focusing on the work helps me keep my demons at bay. Just don't push yourself. You don't need to prove anything. Really? That's hard when everybody takes you for a useless loser. You're anything but useless. We really need your mining skills here. Wow. That's new. But is it really me you need? I mean, with this change, am I still the same person I was? Relax. You're still the same dude, but you have both arms now. You're healed. Doesn't feel that simple. Don't worry about it too much. No. I'll try.
not good. We are surrounded. Damn it. So much for Plan B.
Okay, I went beyond the rocks. It doesn't look good. The lava river is vast as hell. I'll be straight with you. There's no way around it. Holy shit. What now? I guess we need to get across somehow. Any ideas up your smart-ass sleeve? So now I'm smart, huh? Well, actually, I do have an idea. We could build a research lab and see if we can come up with anything useful there. Okay, let's give it a go. Hey, everything okay on your side? Actually, I was going to approach you. Do you think... Is there any way I can go back to my life, I mean? Imagine there was a way, and you could go back. What would be the first thing you'd do? That's a no-brainer. I'd check up on Lena. I'm worried to death about her. Why would you be worried? No, forget I said that. I think I'm still a little confused, that's all. You miss her, don't you? I don't want to talk about it. Suddenly, everything's gone.
Just like that. It's brutal. I'll need more time to even start hoping to come to terms with it.
Sure. Take your time. But remember, you're needed here.
Yeah. I'll do my best to find some sense in it.
Jan Dolsky. Finally. I've been impatient to meet you.
Yeah, sure. You that big fish Lucas was mumbling about?
Terrence Maxwell. But yes, I am both his and your superior at mining operations. First of all, my heartfelt condolences. Losing the whole crew must have been hard on you.
Yeah. I still can't get over it.
Their families have been informed. They're grief-stricken, as you can imagine. But the deaths of their loved ones will go down in history as part of a pioneering discovery. Your discovery.
So, do people know I found rubidium?
We're keeping the news within a very limited circle. It's only wise for the time being.
Of course. Yeah. No reason to get everyone hyped up. Might still fail.
I can see you're a grown man, Jan. And you understand the stakes. Don't want to put pressure on you, but... failure is not an option.
That's why you had me create my altars? You'd rather let me lose my mind than lose...
It was a long shot, I admit. But we were saving both. Rubidium and you, Jan. Do you think it was a mistake?
I think you're bullshitting me. What if I hadn't found rubidium? You'd never go to such lengths to save me, would you?
What if? People like to use that phrase a lot, don't they? Well, you can actually learn the answer to that question. Many would envy you.
Let's just get one thing straight, Maxwell. I know you expect things of me, but I'm no hero.
Ah, heroism. Are you familiar with the works of Albert Camus?
It rings a bell. Didn't he make that old game about rats or something?
You're probably talking about The Plague. Close, but it was a book. One about humans, too. Camus believed heroism was easy, accessible. For him, it was living a normal man's life that was a true challenge. Being decent. Doing the right thing. You are the first person to prove that we can actually excavate rubidium in quantities that can really make a difference. A dream the biggest corporations have been chasing for over a decade now, constantly failing. You say you're not a hero? Well, maybe I don't need you to be one. Maybe you should just carry on being a decent man, Jan Dolsky.
Okay, you're buttering me up for something big here. Let's cut to the chase.
Hard-headed. I like that. You've probably noticed how different rubidium looks in reality than on the training materials they showed you.
Why is that?
It changes form constantly. Its chemical structure is so volatile that it is almost impossible to capture two particles in the same state. A fleeting substance. Spectacular. But also very unstable.
How come it works then?
Not enough tests were run to explain that. The only sample ever found in space was researched inside a mobile base like your own, but it never made it back to Earth. It lasted long enough to demonstrate its amazing qualities, only to disintegrate somewhere between the Copernicus and the Hyades cluster.
So, you're afraid the rubidium I found might not withstand the journey?
I know it won't. That's why we came up with a special container for it. An Ark.
You mean like a box?
A hermetic module dedicated specifically to storing and transporting rubidium. We have blueprints for it. Lucas should send the necessary data over to you by the time we finish talking. Constructing a rubidium arc should be your primary focus now.
Listen, you're very convincing, but I'm afraid I just won't have the time to do it. I need to find a way forward before the sun comes up.
You're losing faith easily. Look how far you've come. You survived the landing. You found rubidium. Then you branched yourself and managed to get the base moving. Would you really be happy with yourself if it all went to waste?
Waste? Wow. Is that what you consider saving my life?
Your life, my life. Let's face it. All it is a predetermined string of events, distorted with myriads of random, meaningless decisions. We spend centuries looking for some kind of sense in it, some kind of meaningful pattern or recipe. Still, no satisfactory answer comes. Until, once in hundreds, maybe thousands of years, a chance appears to make a leap in our understanding of reality.
Whew. What can I say?
I don't know. But whatever you make of it, let me bare my soul to you. I think these are rare moments that matter. So, enough talking. Lucas said you had questions. Is there anything you'd like to ask me?
Do you know what happened to my crew?
Lucas showed me the records. I have a theory, but it's more of a hunch. I don't have any hard proof to support it.
What is it?
Well, I think it might have been the quantum processing unit that killed them.
What? But that's... No, that's crazy.
Do you read detective stories, Jan? The culprit always needs to have two things. A motive and a means. Well, it certainly had a means to do it.
But why?
Like I said, it's just a hunch. I'm afraid I won't have much more time for now, Jan. Do you have any other questions?
What will happen to my alters when we get back?
I don't know. Yet. I don't need to tell you this is unprecedented. There are no good practices here, but I know one thing. You can trust me and Lucas completely. But if anyone else contacts you, it's absolutely vital you don't tell them anything about the existence of the alters.
What? Why?
You know very well why, Jan. The law has been violated.
I thought Lucas said the branching was authorized.
You haven't been listening. There are no procedures for this sort of situation. There is no one who can officially authorize such an act. At the end of the day, it was your decision to branch yourself. It will be in your best interest to keep that in mind when considering the consequences.
I don't like the sound of this.
We will come back to it later, I'm sure. Right now, I'll have to leave you shortly. Is there anything else?
The branching procedure. There's a story there. Tell me.
It is something that has been tested long ago within Ally Corp. But for completely different reasons and, as you can imagine, in a much more rudimentary fashion.
Altering mind records? For whom?
I'm sorry, Jan. It's highly classified and I already told you too much. I think you deserve answers, but regarding this matter, like I said, things were tested just for a while. Not much came of it. Now, I'd love to keep on chatting, but I really will need to be ending this call soon. Do you have any more questions?
I'm good.
Rapidium Arc, Jan. That's what you should focus on right now. Your secret is safe with me and Lucas. Once you come back with a remedy for Earth's ailments, nobody will think of punishing you for how you got it. Remember, just do the right thing. Now, I really have to go, but it was a pleasure talking to you, and we will talk more, I promise. Until then.
We're missing a few rad filters. All done. Should I take care of this now?
This? It's triggering the alert in my suit. I need to learn more about this thing. Be another one of those cargo drops. Except that doesn't look like the crew's personal luggage. Might be worth checking out. looks like some kind of device.
Hey, man. We're running out of storage space.
Maybe there's a way I could use it. Jeez, I packed a lot of stuff.
Look what I found. Any idea what it could be? Let's see. It looks like a qubit chip. Qubit chip? Yeah. Like an enhanced storage for quantum computing operations. It could be useful for increasing the efficiency of our QC unit. Not to mention accessing new tech in the research lab. It looks broken. Perceptive. A little love in the workshop should get it up and running. Gotcha. Thanks. can't wait to try those veggies out. Hi. Own greenhouse, huh? Never thought.
Another movie.
Hey, man. We need to talk.
Is that one following me? What the hell? What is this? Another anomaly? It looks out of this world. Yes, I was missing that.
There's nothing more to do here. Should I move there?
I'm done. I can do this now.
you're out of resources, should I go there instead?
I can see that you're angry. Just leave me alone. Come on, let me help. What do you usually do when you feel like this? I don't know. Go to a bar, I guess. Nothing better than a bottle of cheap, lukewarm beer, am I right? You can't always suppress your emotions. That's dangerous. Don't patronize me. I know what I'm doing. Hey, you wanted to talk about something? Yeah. What is it? I need something to, keep me going. I feel like shit. What do you mean? The arm that I lost in an accident. It's weird, but it hurts. I mean, fuck, it hurts.
Wait a minute. Isn't phantom pain supposed to work the other way around? Like, if you had an arm and then you lost it, then it hurts.
What? I don't know. It's your arm, not mine. Damn, everything is so fucked up in here. I am not some kind of wimp, so if I say it hurts, it really fucking hurts, alright? Okay, calm down. I believe you. Alright, so, there's only one way to deal with it, right? Numb the son of a bitch. What are you talking about? Painkillers, what else? Tramadol, hydrocodone, codeine, or that shit you doped me with before. That should do the trick.
Okay, I get it. I could give you some more.
That's what I'm talking about.
Just don't go too heavy on it. Could be addictive.
Like I don't know that. I hit rock bottom in my life more than once. But I ain't going back down there. I learned my lessons, don't you worry your ugly ass. Hey, man. You're clearly angry. Meaningless small talk will only make me more angry. So maybe we can talk about something meaningful. What calms you down? Punching that smirk of yours would definitely do the trick. But if you really need to know, walking it off, I guess. Maybe you should punch me. Why not? Let it all out. You don't want that. Trust me. But I appreciate the offer. Hey, how are you feeling? Well, I'll be damned. You okay? Surprisingly okay. Especially considering what I'm seeing. Very clearly. Good. Do you, remember your name? Of course. But... I think you know perfectly well who I am. So let's not waste time. Just tell me, how much did you find? What? How much rupidium is there? Did we get a breakthrough? Yeah, you bet. There's a lot of it. Good. That's good. Wait, how do you know? Well, isn't it obvious? I wake up seeing someone who looks and sounds like me, which has to mean we share the same DNA. Then there's the glasses. What about them? They're fake. Probably just manufactured to make me feel more like myself, but completely unnecessary otherwise, because here I am with perfectly good eyesight in the womb module, which could only lead to one conclusion: that my body was created to replicate someone who doesn't wear glasses. You. And to do that, of course, you would need to have found rupidium. Besides, I can see no other explanation for a sheep inside a space base. Correct me if I'm wrong. Well, you're wrong about one thing. You are my duplicate. I created you using rupidium, but we're not identical. I've noticed you're not as quick to process information, and that's the interesting part. Yeah, our bodies are the same, but our minds are not. I needed a scientist on board, but there's always a scientist on board. So, what went wrong? The old crew is gone. They're all dead. That's why I needed to alter myself into different versions. With the use of the quantum computer on board and something called mind records. Oh, I see. recalculated mind based on an infinite amount of variables to contain the desired consciousness in a biological vessel. That actually sounds plausible. So, what do you need from me now? Why don't you rest a little? Get accustomed to the new reality? Which part of what I just said makes you think I'm not ready to start immediately? Well, in that case, your situation must be critical considering the lengths you went to. Something tells me there's no time to lose. You're right. Why don't you start with going through the mission logs? I need to get the full picture first. My thoughts exactly. Good. This might work. I made a curious discovery. Really? Tell me. It seems there are places on this planet where strange distortions are happening. Some of them emit very high levels of radiation, while others, not so much. Yes. We could have expected to come across something like that sooner or later, according to reports from previous missions. Unidentified sources of radiation, unexplained electromagnetic field anomalies, distortions of matter, space, or even gravity. What are they? According to a bold theory fleshed out by Professor Frankov, they may be instances of the so-called interval. The what? Interval. In very simple terms, it's a non-coincidental superposition of potential universes. We don't know exactly why it occurs, but observations prove that under certain, not yet specified conditions, two or more parallel landscapes can coexist within a common quantum field, creating a so-called proximity plane. Yeah, it felt like something was materializing from out of nowhere right in front of my eyes. Let's keep our heads cool. It's just a theory. No one's ever proved it right. If, and I stress if, Professor Frankov's intuition is right, then the distortion you have encountered could have been a puncture point, the spot where the proximity plane intersects with our observed universe, subverting its physical balance and distorting the rules of Newtonian mechanics. The question is, are they the cause or the reason of so much rupidium here? I'd like to study them more. So would I. And for that, we'll have to design our own tools. Do you have anything specific in mind? Let me think about it. I need to look through Professor Frankov's lectures, as well as notes from other expeditions. We have a theory. I just need to find a way to put it into practice. I spotted a few loose screws here and there. Makes me wonder
I ran
if
into
you're not
another
trying to
anomaly.
break things to look busy.
This one was different. It was like this distortion was closing in on me, as if I was pulling it toward me. How extraordinary. Maybe its magnetic field is interacting with your suit. Yeah, well, running away from it was no fun. Keeping clear of it is the only thing you can do for now. Let's keep collecting observations. I feel we're onto something groundbreaking here.
If you're bored enough to start conspiracy theories, I can find you something to do. Easy, I'm just messing with you.
Hi.
I heard you had an accident. What happened?
What? Oh, it's nothing. Just a scratch. Shit happens, eh? Part of the job.
Well, glad nobody got hurt. You were lucky there.
Yeah. Don't you worry your ugly ass about it. I'm like invincible.
Still, I think this is a wake-up call. I'm taking you off the meds.
What? No.
Trust me, it's for the best.
Fuck you. I refuse to work without them. You have no idea what it means to be in this pain.
Okay, just be extra careful next time. We can't afford to lose you.
Jeez, I'm not a baby. I've spent my whole damn life working in high-risk environments. I'm always extra careful.
I heard you had another accident. Are you okay? Don't worry, I'm fine. It's fine. It's not because of the painkillers, I swear. Okay, I believe you. But please, please be more careful next time. Of course.
promise. So, how are you? Settling in all right? Settling in is overrated. I analyze reality from wherever I am, however uncomfortable the angle. There's always an observation to be made. I'd love to hear what you managed to observe. This place is not run optimally. Yeah, I know. I wasn't trained to command a mission. But now that you're here, with your experience, I'd love to pick your brain. Do you think you could mentor me? Good thinking. First of all, you need to set long-term goals and draw up a roadmap for each of them. Remember to include all unpredictable variables in the equation. That way you can have contingency plans at the ready for each instance. All right, slow down. Prioritize resources. Do not waste time on idle conversations with the crew. Hide the booze. Don't be cheap on coffee. That's slow enough for you? Hey, you've just crossed out every team-building exercise on my list. The people are there for the mission, not the other way around. Truth is, I really wish we could make use of the tech I worked on for all these imaginary years. It would make things so much easier if it existed. So what exactly was your research about? Nanotech in space exploration. We went from a humble startup to making headlines in a few months. Taking our solutions to the front line was my dream come true. The data we could bring back. You had big plans for it. Well, now it's all gone. Yeah, I understand how lousy that must feel. Honestly, I don't think you do. But I hope we're not going to sit around crying about it. There's work to be done, here and now. That's true. Well, let's get to it then. Hey, I found this. I brought it on this mission, but thought that maybe it could mean something to you too. Oh, interesting. A motivational hoodie. Motivational? More like demotivational. I only kept it because it's really comfy. Of course you did. It doesn't remind you of all that determination and ambition that fueled my academic success. Anyway, thanks. I appreciate it. Hey, I found this. I brought it on this mission, but thought that maybe it could mean something to you too. Marie? Marie Skłodowska? Where the hell did you find that old thing? Oh, I use it as an anti-stress ball, so it's always lying around. Anti-stress ball? This duck was the first audience for so many papers I wrote. Time for Marie to get back to her proper job. I can see you've been down lately. Anything I can do to make you feel better?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm great.
Right. Anyway, I thought maybe we could talk. No harm in getting to know each other better.
Bro, you're not hitting on me, right?
I promise I'm not, so...
I don't know. Not much to talk about, really.
Well, I'm not forcing you. Just remember, if you ever need someone to vent to, you can count on me.
Thanks for not forcing me.
And I'm telling
Man,
you,
I'm
this
telling
is
you,
the
we
least
need-
important of our priorities. Hi. you miss your previous life? What's there to miss? That life doesn't exist. What are you trying to say? That I'm pining for an imagined wife? Yes, you are. It would be much better if you focused on work instead.
Hey man, I can see you're bummed out.
Yeah? Well, not many reasons to be happy lately.
What would you do at home if you needed some cheering up?
I'd probably watch a lighthearted comedy.
Nothing like a good old movie night, right? We should have one in the base.
That would be nice.
Although it does take it.
You're afraid. I can see that.
Afraid? I'm not 6.
Right. Still, I'd like to make sure you feel comfortable, so... what can I do?
Well, since you're asking, promise me you know what you're doing as captain.
Of course I know what I'm doing. Just follow my lead and you'll be okay.
Okay, man. I trust you. fucked up world.
Keeping busy, I hope.
Hey, man. I can see you've been tense lately. Oh, me? Nah. I'm cool. Come on. Let me help.
How do you usually deal with, anxiety?
Anxiety? I'm not a wimp. I don't do anxiety. None of us do. We're one hell of a tough team. That's right. We'll get by.
Should I move there?
Got a riddle for you.
I'm not interested.
What gets wet while drying?
Seriously, can't you see I'm busy?
Huh. Guess you're not that smart after all.
Hello, Jan. I heard you had another accident. Are you okay?
Don't worry, I'm fine. It's fine. It's not because of the painkillers, I swear.
Okay, I believe you. But,
Of course.
time of day? This is not good. I better get back inside now. Radiation filters. Is it me, or does it sound a bit artificial?
we talk? It's over. We made it. What do You wanted to talk? Yeah, the magnetic storm. Quite a ride, huh? Tell me about it. Glad we're out of it. For good, I hope. Hope is the mother of fools. If you ask me, it looks like recurring magnetic storms might be a thing around here. We should think about how to prepare in case another one hits us. Any ideas? Actually, yes. Tell me. Well, it's pretty obvious that during emergencies, the base relies heavily on existing supplies, right? Right? That means we could use a smarter way to manage our production, to make sure we have a stable backup of all the crucial stuff. That would be nice. Well, listen to this. I found something in the manuals. The procedure we could set up. It's called Uphold Production. It lets you choose any item you want to produce. Let's say a radiation filter, and establish the amount of it you always want to have at the ready. Whenever you have less items on stock than you need, new ones will be queued for production automatically. Just like that. Huh. That sounds like it could spare us a lot of micromanagement. Exactly. Try it out and maybe we won't die because someone forgot to make mush.
Before you head out, make sure you have all the important equipment.
So, what do you got for me?
An invention I'm particularly proud of. The Luminator.
You mean a flashlight?
You have a talent for making extraordinary things sound mundane. It's not just a flashlight, Jan. Tell me, when you encounter these distortions, what is your priority?
Honestly, you're the one who's interested in them. I just want to avoid them and get on with my mission.
Now you'll be able to do it.
Okay. How?
Professor Frankov discovered that certain frequencies of light waves can be used to peer into proximity planes, to study them. I've used his observations to create my Luminator so it can reveal elements of the interval hidden to the human eye. But it also has another, more pragmatic application. It can help to eliminate distortions.
You mean destroy them for good?
I'm just giving you a tool. You decide how to use it. You see, distortions are created around puncture points between potential universes. That much we know. Now, with the Luminator, they should become much more visible to you. Focusing the Luminator's light waves exactly on the puncture point will allow you to seal that rift. You could compare it to cauterizing a wound.
Damn. That does sound promising.
Indeed. Now you see why I don't like calling it a flashlight.
I can see you've been down. Anything I can do to make you feel better?
I assume teleporting me to my old life isn't an option.
Yeah. Sorry. Anything but that.
Well, it was spending time with Lena that always made me happy. Our evenings together, planning the future for us, for our family.
If you were to tell me one good memory of her, what would it be?
Oh man, there's so many. Maybe that time we spent our vacation at the seaside. 2 weeks of stuffing ourselves with waffles and taking lazy strolls on the beach. Yeah.
It's over. We made it. Yeah. Any idea? What?
So, do you have time for a little job evaluation?
So, you mean a flat?
It's not. Tell.
I'd like to investigate them more.
Now you'll be able to do it.
Okay. How?
Professor Frankov but it also.
How is that supposed to help me examine them?
I'm just giving you a tool. You see, focusing. Indeed. the base moving soon, the sun will get away.